Yep.
We are now recording.
Gene, is there something you
Cock
want
and
to
ball
say?
torture.
There you go.
Yeah!
You can't wait too long, or someone else is gonna swipe it.
Yeah, I'm so upset about
Guys,
that.
say swipe or no swiping next time.
Oh shit, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Hi,
I
Chutney.
like that.
All
All
right.
of my dice have rolled like shit. I did a big group roll.
I got
Ooh,
Isle of Dice
that's
at
gonna
Ren
be
Fair
fun.
I
today.
got 3 6s on a d20.
Oh shit! Baby
That's
Jen does
gonna
need to
be
do whatever
fun.
nefarious plans now. Chutney.
Can y'all remind me to take my meds on time?
What time?
When
What
is
is the time? What is the time that you need to take them?
Anytime before 11.
Gotcha.
No, anytime before we end. Because we sometimes hit like 12.
Right.
And we used to end at like 11.
Right. Okay. Last time,
You're going away.
while let me lower the music just a little bit.
Okay, good.
No, actually raise it up.
Yeah, raise the beat.
You
Drop
raise
the-
me
drop the beat.
up so I can stand
Last
on
time,
raise the
Thunder,
roof.
ice, and everything nice.
If
You all had
If it's
returned
on
to
the knife.
you all had returned to Phandalin to rest and recuperate after the scare at the lighthouse. You rested, you spoke a bit, you showed Eilif around town. Sedge talked with Sister Garael. Sort of checked in. And there was some, which I believe we ended that session on, with the kiss. And the next day was left with a lot of tension. Which, as everyone sort of talked and hung out and felt the tension between two of the party members, it was eventually, I believe, Marcus went and talked to Adabra Gwyn to see about looking into apothecary supplies.
Mhm.
Eilif went with him. There were some heart-to-hearts all around. Blossom got roaring drunk. And we ended with another heart-to-heart and a fade to black between Marcus and Blossom.
Oh yeah.
So we pick up, probably should change the music to something a little bit more atmospheric. But we pick up the next morning, all of you having gained a long rest.
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna drop
and-
the Larker bark I was telling you guys about at the party.
Oh, cute.
And I do need to start this off with a question. What are Marcus and Blossom doing in the morning? I gotta.
I'm sorry, I'm such a fucking child.
Oh, go ahead, Justin.
No, I was just gonna say all I'm thinking about is Hello's thing of they held hands.
Oh my god, did you guys hold hands?
It's like, yeah, hand holding was certainly a part of it.
Yeah, you saw us hold hands when Marcus was actively dying. It's not like we've done it. Anyway, I think Blossom wakes up in her spring season. Just very giddy. Kind of, she glances down at Marcus, because Blossom only needs 4 hours of trance, so she's probably up like way before Marcus is. She's kind of looking like a Barbie girl.
In a Barbie world?
Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The mental image of the fade to black, and then Blossom going into a trance. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Fade to black, and then cut to Blossom just sitting up, crisscross applesauce, eyes closed.
Exactly.
Can't
Just going to bed
choose
like,
to
okay, I
sleep,
guess
though?
that's a thing.
Can't elves choose to sleep if they really want to?
Yeah. But she only needs
can't you like
4 hours.
trance like laying on your back? and
Yeah,
it's,
she
like, it
probably
looks
just
like you're sleeping?
tranced laying down.
Okay, that's a little less
Yeah.
hilarious.
I feel like either Marcus was sleeping on her arm or she was the little spoon. Is what I like to imagine.
Mhm.
And so she like gently moves Marcus's arm like off of her waist and then onto like the floor. And she's in her Barbie girl era. And I think she goes for a little walk around the manor before sunrise. She picks up, I think, probably a small stone that's been chipped off of the original brickwork. And keeps it with her. And then I think when the sun's rising, she's standing in the doorway watching the sunrise, like her arms wrapped around her chest.
All right.
So nice. Yeah, I think Marcus wakes up around sunrise too.
It doesn't help that there's a hole in the ceiling, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, it probably hits him right away. He probably isn't looking very Barbie, because he's probably not a pretty sleeper.
He's got a massive cowlick.
Yeah, I think he wakes up. He opens his eyes. He looks over towards like his left arm or whatever, or wherever Blossom would have been laying. Doesn't see her there. Kind of pats the area where she would be and looks kind of sad. Thinking that she kind of like left or whatever.
That's so cute. Oh no.
Angst. Somebody die.
It took
The
off.
meteor falls down and kills all of us.
Damn, Ike, chill!
The dragon
Would I
ice
kill somebody?
shatters.
Oh man! And then he probably looks around. Wait, is Blossom still in the same room, or is she like in a whole other part of the manor?
She's probably like one room over, like watching the sunrise from a doorway. So she's probably like out in the main hall.
So yeah, you like wander out of
okay,
the
alright.
room, turn, and there she is.
Yeah, I'm probably like mid getting dressed. Like, all right, I better get out of here before the construction people come here and like just see me. And yeah. So yeah, he's walking out into the main hall, getting dressed, being like, oh man, she kind of took off or whatever. And then he sees her probably for the first time in her spring form.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, Blossom, I thought you took off.
No. I stuck around. Wanted to watch the sunrise from the top of the hill.
I wish you would have woke me up. Would have been nice to see.
Well, you're just in time to see it crest over the trees. Come here. And then she holds her hand out for him to pull him next to her.
All right, definitely takes it, and looks out towards the sky. And he says, "Well, I'm very happy that I was able to wake up and see you this morning. I've never seen you in this form before."
I don't think I've ever had reason to wake up in it until now.
Well, it really suits you.
You, on the other hand, and she like goes to fix his cowlick and straighten his hair. Look like a wreck.
I'm sorry, I'm not as graceful. I don't really have that whole princess vibe going on.
Princess.
Oh, you have that aura to you,
I don't think I've ever heard it put that way, but I'll take it.
It's a very hard thing to really pull off. Not a lot of people can just roll out of bed and be ready to go.
Oh, I've been up for
all
hours.
this, it takes work. It takes work, that's why I look 17.
Actually, no, I did. I woke up 4 hours ago.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that you sleep a little different than me.
I don't need quite as much active rest.
Well, thank you for sticking around. I mean, walking around for 4 hours?
Mostly just standing and looking. trying to capture a memory, you could say.
A past one or right now?
Of now, for the future.
Well, I think that's a very nice thing to do. I definitely won't forget last night and this morning. It's gonna be great once this place is all built and ready to go.
And I think at this time you notice that there's a new streak of white in her hair.
Huh.
Spacey.
Spacey. Is that like a part of the spring form or?
What?
Oh, your hair.
And
Just-
she pulls the lock. Maybe. Adds a little bit of contrast, I guess.
No, yeah, it looks good. I don't think I could really pull off highlights or anything.
No, your hair would go yellow. I don't think.
No, I agree with you.
I don't know if it's
Should
a
we
highlight,
return
someone
to
does
the-
a low light. Sorry.
Sorry, what did you say, Red?
I don't know if it's a highlight, someone does a low light.
I don't think Marcus knows hair things that well.
I'm making a joke. I'm making a wordplay joke.
Oh, okay, right.
It's a little
yeah.
light.
Yeah, that's
Um,
it's probably best if we get back before everybody wakes up, I guess.
Wouldn't want them to think, Oh, forget it. They already know.
Yeah, probably. Well, either way, let's try our best to not make it too obvious, I guess. Make it more awkward than it already is.
Speaking,
It was awkward yesterday.
It might be even awkwarder today if they noticed we were gone all night, I guess.
Speaking of, as I move to the other side of the party, I think Sedge, Ilif, and Halu, you all wake up, and they didn't come back last night.
Oh my god, they're dead! No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Ilif looks at Sedge in the morning and is like, either they're dead or they had a really nice time. What's your bet?
Knowing Marcus, they're. If it was just Marcus by himself, I would say that they're dead. But Blossom is with them, so I'm assuming they had a very nice night.
Just hoping.
Then I think a few minutes later, unless there's something else Blossom and Marcus wanted to do on the way
Yeah,
back.
Blossom and Marcus are actually gonna go to the mines on their own.
We're gonna
Yeah.
get
Or I
No
was just
kidding.
asking if there's anything else on the way back. But yeah, then a few minutes later, as you all start into your breakfast, Marcus and Blossom walk in. And
I think we're holding
Blossom,
hands.
and Blossom is in her spring form, and they're holding hands.
I look up from my
Ilif?
breakfast, give them a thumbs up, and I look at Sedge and I'm like, yeah,
Nice night.
nice. Clearly, her flowers blossomed.
Yes, I don't think I've ever seen Blossom in her spring form before.
Blossom has blossomed.
New meaning to deflowering.
Okay, good. You got where I was going with it. You got where I was going
Oh,
with
fully.
it.
So good,
Fully,
Red.
I got it.
Red is the last person I expect to bring something like that up.
Excuse me?
Oh, man. And Marcus is probably like, all right, good morning, everyone. I think we said we were going over to Giant's Tail.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let me grab a quick.
Ilif, you probably
Breakfast dinner.
notice the white streak in the hair.
Was it there before?
You've
Nope.
never seen Blossom's spring form before.
It was not there
Oh.
yesterday. Also, she was not in spring form
Oh,
yesterday.
was winter
So,
form? Does winter form have white hair?
as far as everyone else knows, Blossom's hair color does not change when she changes seasons.
Oh,
Hmm.
I live staring at that's just like
It's always
Takes a
been the
sip-
same chestnut brown.
takes
Until
a sip of
today.
their fucking like orange juice and is just like mentally notes, gotta have a conversation with Blossom. I think Isla will try to make eye contact with Blossom with that look of the look of we gotta talk.
Meaningful eye contact.
Meaningful eye contact.
A healthy dose of prolonged eye
Eye
contact.
contact.
Prolonged eye contact.
That is so chaotic. Oscar, for his part, like pops up around one of the other three, looks at the two of you, and gets a a very smug look on his face, as much as a fairy dragon can.
I think I throw a
God.
piece of like food at him at its face to.
He just catches it.
Oh shit!
Hey, he's a
Uh.
fast little bugger.
He sure is. All right, so is everybody still okay with going over to Giant's Toe?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Although, I don't know, are you guys gonna be able to focus long enough to not, like, hold hands and stuff?
I'm sorry. I could tell. You did that perfectly, Bones. I could hear Hellu's little huffs going on. I'm like, what the hell is Hellu gonna say?
That's what Halu's gonna fucking say. I'm going to play this kid to be the most obnoxious little sister that you'll never want. I'm going to channel my inner Red.
Very funny, Hellu. I'm sure everything's gonna be fine.
Hello, we are both adults and we have traveled together long enough to, I assume, separate, quote unquote, work and personal affairs.
Okay, but yeah, that was before you guys started holding hands and stuff.
We've
I don't know.
held
I've
hands
seen adults
before
be
this
like
week.
weird and like googly eyed at each other. Makes them do weird shit.
Well, I agree with Blossom. Okay, I'm sure we can keep it professional.
Of course.
And I pull my hand away from Marcus. And then I
Aww.
look at Isla in the face, make eye contact, and then I chug an entire glass of orange juice without breaking eye contact.
I do the same.
Hello, immediately. Chug, 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 chug. Attention fully diverted. I love Hello being in obnoxious little sister era.
I can no longer hear everyone all of a sudden.
Hello?
Hello.
What? I don't think
What
Red
happened?
can. I don't think
Oh,
Red can
no?
hear us.
Ed?
Oh no.
No.
Maybe.
What you say?
Okay, I don't know what happened there, but my computer suddenly muted itself. I
Weird.
can now hear you all again.
It just
Yay.
started recording?
Ah!
Yeah, I'm still recording.
Perfect. Okay.
Are you still getting input from both you and Discord?
Yeah, it was literally for some reason my computer muted its sound somehow. I don't know how.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
After breakfast, Marcus is gonna make his way upstairs, finish up the potion I was bringing overnight, and just pack away his kit. You know, because I imagine he's got some more things to pack away due to setting up the kit and whatever else.
Hell yeah. But yeah, you all gather your stuff together, get ready. And if there's nothing else.
There's one last thing I want to do if everybody else is done with their breakfast stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right, so my potion is made, right, Red?
Hmm.
All right, and I think it was a basic health potion. Um, but Marcus gets the health potion, and he kind of like tapes on like a makeshift label on the little glass of the health potion, and he like draws like a little picture or like label for his specific little brand of health potion. And then he probably heads downstairs, goes outside, finds Blossom as they're saddling up or whatever else, and he's like, Blossom, I have something for you if right now's a good time.
Yes, of course. What is it?
I wanted to give this to you the other night, but it's been a while since I've made one, and I somewhat miscalculated the amount of time it takes. But it's a health potion, and he hands it over to Blossom, and like on the little label. Hold up. On the little label picture thing, it's like it's a picture of Marcus. He's got like little X marks around his eyes. He's very obviously been hit by a fireball, and it's Blossom hitting him with a fireball kind of thing. And he's like, "Here, I want you to have this. The next time I do something stupid or I hurt you, even though I don't mean to, I just want you to know it's fine if you give me a whack, but I hope that after that you don't dislike me so much that you wouldn't give this to me."
Not me looking at my inventory just now and realizing I had a greater potion of healing in my inventory that I could have sent to Marcus after he got his ass eaten.
Yeah. Oh
I imagine
man.
Blossom being very grateful and very touched, opening her bag to put it in, and then just her face going pale.
Blossom
But yeah.
internally,
About that.
I'm going to keep this bit of information to myself.
Exactly.
Yeah, hopefully you never have to use it, but you know, I'm prone to doing stupid things, but the most I can do right now is promise you that the last thing I ever want to do is hurt you. But
my
if somehow I
God.
do, here you go.
Oh my god,
Thank you.
shut the
We are all capable of stupid mistakes. uh, I will be sure to keep this very safe and tucked away for emergencies.
As you should. It's very rare. It's a black blood original. I'm not exactly sure if it works all that well. Like I said, I'm a bit out of practice, but I guess we'll see whenever you decide to hit me with a witch bolt or something, or turn me into a turtle.
If I ever turn you into a turtle, it's for your own safety.
Yeah, is that what was going on with Helu that one time? Was that for their safety?
That was different.
Okay, all right, whatever you say. I'm just saying, just in case.
Thank you, Marcus. It's very sweet of you.
Oh, no problem.
And I give him a kiss on the cheek.
Oh, I'll take it.
So sweet.
All right. After that, I think Marcus just goes and gets Swifty ready to go.
All right. Give me a second. I just shoved food to my mouth. Okay, there we go. Yep. You all get your mounts ready, or for those of you who have your mounts.
Mhm.
I think we pretty much all
We have our
do.
elks.
Yeah, you all have your mounts as you set up and you head out towards Mountain Toes Gold Mine.
Oh yeah.
What?
Wasn't Giant's Toe, it was Mountain Toe. Where is Sword Ghost? There it is.
It was Mountain Toe, not Giant's Toe?
Yep.
All right. I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
Yep.
I
That's a
feel
character.
like we're all. I feel like everyone in the region is just sort of like, meh.
Okay. One hex is So you can, if you want. Again, it doesn't really terribly matter. Oh, interesting. Go straight there from where you are on the map, from Phandalin over to Mountain's Toe. It'll take you the majority of the day, in which you'll get there at about sunset.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We know what phase of the moon it's on.
I don't know if you do.
Does Blossom
I
know
look
that
up at
she
the
was staring
sky.
at the moon for half the night?
Would you have been
That's a
paying
good plan.
attention to the phase of the moon?
I mean,
I'm sure she
Are-
would have glanced at it for a few minutes.
remember what Blossom said? She was taking in the memory. It was a very important
Yeah.
night. So, I mean, all the details, definitely the moon. Come on.
I definitely would have looked at what phase the moon was in. Totally.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
At least give us a history
100%.
check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get a belated
sorry, don't
perception
mind,
check to see what?
Don't mind the refresh on the thing. Realized some of my hadn't re-enabled some of my modules. Boundary, please. There we go.
Please, Foundry.
Foundry.
Mostly
Come on, Foundry, old
my ping, my pointers and pings weren't working anymore, and they still aren't. Okay, that's fun.
So retroactive perception check to notice what phase the moon was in.
I allow history checks.
Oh, okay. I'm not as good at history.
You were a little focused on
good at
other
history.
things. I want to point out.
7.
I have a retroactive
do.
question.
I do
I
want
have
to
a
point out,
retroactive
too,
question.
while those things were going on, there was a big hole in the roof. So,
Again, you were a little focused on other things last night. But yes,
Okay,
question.
I have
One
a
other
question.
thing.
I left knowing that like we probably were gonna be heading there, having heard and the general party. Could I have asked Sedge about it? And do we know they're were people? Is that like a party known thing?
We don't know if they're were people or not.
You
just
they
dealt
had
with
yeah. What happened is that when they had gone to Mountain Toe's gold mine, they had encountered werefolk, who had essentially sort of edged out the dwarves in the mine. And their explanation was, yeah, our home at the Shrine of Savros was taken over by half-orcs, by orcs, so we came here. And the party was like, oh, we actually cleared that out, why don't you go back? And they were like, oh, yeah, sure. However, since then, any news from Mountain Toe's gold mine has been very few and far between. So the party knows that there were werefolk in the area, but the last they had heard, the werefolk were going back to the Shrine of Savros.
But I have retroactively looked at the moon because I interacted with werefolk enough and like broken.
That would be a history check again.
That's fine. No, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
that's why I'm.
I was saying everyone could make a history check.
Oh,
everyone?
I'll do a history check. I'm good at that shit.
21. My eye look dice
what
coming
is
through.
Sedge's modifier?
Dirty
I got
20.
a nat 1.
Dirty 20.
Yeah,
Oh.
funny how the people that weren't busy.
Yeah, imagine that.
Wow.
The dice tell a story.
Yeah, give me a second,
Wow.
because this isn't really something I've had to think about. It just kind of skips my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am gonna roll the d8 to figure out what the phase of the moon is.
It's a waning gibbous.
That's a funny way.
Let's see here.
Imagine last night was actually a new moon. The symbolism.
Oh, that'd be wild, though.
Okay, let's see here. Sorry, having to have to assign phases to numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, it was in fact a waxing gibbous.
You called it, Kate.
No, I said waning. That means it's
Oh,
in the next few nights. It's gonna be a full moon.
Oh,
just missed the cut.
Yeah, you know. That's not vaguely concerning or anything.
Well, when you say it like that,
It'll be fine.
It's fine. But
You know what, guys? I'm confident. The last time we were over here dealing with these guys, we were a much lower level. Now we killed a whole fucking dragon and Gorthog. So
Yeah.
bring it on.
and we survived the Feywild, and most of us remembered the whole thing.
We only had to.
Plus,
get-
bro. Plus,
Guess-
Marcus just got laid, bro. He's gonna be the top of his game. It's over for these guys.
Awful.
I do want to ask now, just in case, are people fine if through whatever means they might become a lycanthrope?
Yes,
Honestly,
I
I got
consent to becoming a were-rat.
Cool. This is just one of those I want to double check before people potentially start failing throws and then realize it's more upsetting than they had intentionally thought it would be.
This is how Ember's line comes into being.
Hey, hey, party people! I missed like the last 2 minutes because of my computer.
Oh,
I need to
uh-oh.
know. What were we talking about?
Fully just
It's a waxing gibbous moon, and do you consent to becoming a were-rat if it happens?
if it happens.
That would be really complicated for Sedge.
Yeah, it's one of those I don't want to force a transformation against your will
Like-
if it's not
Like
something.
a good complicated or a bad complicated?
A complicated.
Yo, if it happens, I'm gonna start playing "I'm So Sick" over the speakers.
Okay,
Pianist.
I know.
I'm genuinely getting in. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, definitely. You can't say no to all the risk. I mean, plus, when it comes to that, you can cure that, can't you?
You can.
Yeah.
Curing it while it's setting is easier than curing it once it's set.
All right, cool.
I
No,
feel
we
like
know-
Haluza would be stick.
I don't want Hello to be a were-rat.
I don't think I want Sedge to be aware. He would never be able to face his parents again.
If it's a hard line no, please tell me. You can either message it to me if you'd like. Private message it to me. This is just one of those I don't want to force a transformation against anyone's will if they're not okay with it.
Very important question. Can Oscar turn into a were-rat?
He is not a humanoid.
Oh, okay, I see. That would have been funny. He looked like a fat ass
A were-rat fairy dragon.
But
Hey, we just got play it safe.
so you guys, what is the plan for travel? Are you going to try and get there in the same day, or are you planning to take a rest between?
I think taking.
I want to rest.
Yeah. Just so
Yeah,
that,
rest
we
for
have
morning.
daylight and stuff like that.
Yeah, just rest a
Yeah.
mile or
Okay.
a few miles away.
Yeah, that way we can roll up in the morning or something.
All right. Yep. You head out along the Triboard Trail, heading north. I'm getting most of the way there, before figuring a good place to sit down to rest. Yeah. Is there anything anyone is doing on the way there? Any roleplay? Any discussions?
Yeah,
'Cause you do
I
have
feel like
a
on the
full
way.
day's travel.
I feel like on the way, obviously, we have to discuss our approach here. If we're gonna try to talk to John again, or if we're gonna sneak in and see what we can find, or both. You can talk to him and then sneak in.
I think that might be our best approach because we can at least give him the chance to, be forward with us.
Mm-hmm.
And if he
Just a
thought
reminder,
that-
it might be a little tough because I remember last time we tried to be a little forward with him, and he was kind of hostile.
Well, we also had Snowflake to deal with, so I think now that we don't have that pressure, we can be a little more
Mm. No,
forward.
definitely have to ask him, like, yo, they've been telling us that they haven't heard from you guys that much. What's going on?
You guys alive? Anything happen? Do you need help?
And we can psych him out to see if he's lying or not.
Yeah.
Oh, plus, I could always do a detect thoughts while we're talking with him. Now that I have that, to kind of see if
You
anything
can
pops
read
up.
people's minds? What the fuck? Hold on. What am
been
I
doing this.
thinking right now? What am I
He's been
thinking right
doing
now?
this. Lou, he's been doing this.
Yeah, I've been doing it for the longest time, Elu. I do it to you all the time.
I thought that was you hopping off of what Sedge can do.
No, not really. You know what? I'm gonna do it now if we're gonna rest anyways. Wow, what is Helu thinking about on the top of her head? So I can see.
Helu would probably think, you look fucking dumb, haha. JK, like,
You're thinking the same thing you usually think about, and it's my ears and how stupid I look. Thank you.
no, I there were no thoughts about your ears.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, because there weren't. I think I know how my brain
Really?
thinks. Yeah, huh?
All right, let's see.
Go
Let's
fuck
see if that's the case. Well, before I do this, Bones, are you okay with me doing a more deep dive? I'm not gonna like do anything super invasive. I'm just gonna see what Helu actually thinks about my ears. You would have to make a
Yeah,
save, but I want to make sure that you're okay with me doing that. If
I am,
it's
yeah.
Just okay. All right. So I would like to do a deep dive on Helu, and you have to do a Wisdom 16.
Oh God. Okay, hold on. What's my wisdom save? I have +3 wisdom. No, I failed. I got a 3.
All right. I would like to specifically know what Helu thinks about my ears.
Genuinely neutral. Because I'm pretty sure Helu and Marcus have very similar ears, both being having kind of pointier ears. Does not care. Is just saying shit to fucking rile you up.
Just so you know, though, you would know that I did like a deep dive. You know?
I actually
Like it-
Hey!
I'm going to cut in here really quickly because as you do a deep dive and probe a little deeper into Helu's mind,
No.
Ruh-roh.
you feel a presence in the back of
Presence?
Helu's mind that does not feel like Helu. That's it.
Okay. Huh. Really? All right. So I think you do feel him like moving in there. I'm not sure exactly how that would feel for someone because I've never done a deep dive for anybody before. I mostly do surface level because it's kind of it's a weird thing to do because they know right away. So it's like it's like only a certain amount of people that can do it. But I don't know what it feels like, a tingling in your head or.
I personally imagine it sort of like cold water. Like you get kind of like a little bit someone holds a cup over your head filled with like ice cold water and dribbles it like just on like the back of your head, like down your neck, down your back. That's how I imagine it.
Okay, so yeah, it's like, oh, you're right. I guess you don't think my ears are that weird. And I think halfway into that sentence, his like face drops for like a second, and then it goes back up again. Like he doesn't want to alarm Helu from what he saw, or he doesn't want them to know right away that he felt something there. He's like, yeah, you're right. Interesting.
Told ya. Man, you know, you guys, you would do a lot better for yourself if you actually listened and believed me sometimes.
Well, so wait, DM, you said that. How did it feel again? This thing?
Make an insight check, actually.
Mm-hmm. $18.
18. All right. Yeah. When you peered in, it sort of took you a moment, to realize it was there. Um, but it felt like a cold winter wind.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Um, since I felt this feeling before when peering in terms of Iliv's thing, does it feel like it's looking back at me or no?
Absolutely.
Oh. Oh man. That sucks. Dude, no. Oh gosh. All right. I say we're camped out while I'm doing this, and he's like, "Hey, hello. Since I'm kind of already in there, can I ask you a favor?
Yeah, sure.
You know, I've been helping out Isla with their stuff, you know, and all that, and I could really use some practice, honestly, for next time. You know, someone different. That's a little bit easier on that end. Is there any way that I can try my hypnosis stuff on you?
Hold on. Yeah, sure, fuck it.
All right, cool.
I bet it won't work on me.
Yeah, I know. You're completely right. I'm sure it's not. I take out my stuff. I'm also going to cast since this seems somewhat important. Let me make sure it isn't a. All right, it's not concentration. I'm going to cast borrowed knowledge so it can help me with whatever roll I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just notice it's not concentration, which is great. And yeah, I'm going to do my usual hypnosis stuff. Same thing I've done a couple of times. I'm basically going for the same thing that I did with Ilith, but this time with Helu stuff. I'm not going to tell Helu exactly why, because I don't want them to freak out and maybe mess with what I'm trying to do here, but I just want a better idea of what's going on here. So if I do have to tell Helu, I can, you know, do a better job at it. Hey, you know, make the little sound and wave my little thing around.
Are
And,
you
know,
are you getting help from Sedge at all? Because Sedge in the past has like helped with.
Oh yeah, yes.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
We'll do that. Yeah, call over Sedge to. I'm basically like, hey, I'm practicing some hypnosis stuff right now. Can you help me out?
Of course. Sure.
Thank you. All right, and I tell Helu to, you know, drift off a little bit. You know, do that kind of drifting that they do when they're on the cart and they're like super bored. And, like 2
Yeah.
hours and 3 hours pass by. I know how Helu operates.
Look, there's only so long I can play I Spy, but
Yeah.
it's just the same fucking things all over again.
And then, if I'm able to get in, and again, I'm using detect thoughts as deep as I can be. I want to walk towards that cold feeling, that chill, and
Yeah.
see what I can see.
All right. Oh, let's see here. Okay. This is like a sort of complicated trying to figure out what you'd roll. Again, because you aren't like strictly trained in this, I would have you roll a disadvantage, but with Sedge there, it evens out to a straight roll.
I would also like to put forward that Helu would fail, like
Yeah,
not like
I'm
fail the hypnosis, but like
part
has
of the
already failed the
Yeah.
detect thought. The hell?
the problem is that no matter how many advantages or disadvantages you have, it all essentially counts as one.
Hmm.
Okay.
So it's a flat roll.
What scale? Persuasion, performance.
Let's do persuasion. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's great. I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, because Helu is willing, and because you have detect thoughts, I'm willing to let that be persuasion.
All right, so I'm gonna be just so you know I'm adding my persuasion and since it's a skill, if it's okay with you, I would like to add um I would also like to add my proficiency that comes with
Borrowed
oh
knowledge.
knowledge.
Borrowed
Oh
knowledge
right.
specifically says it's a skill you don't have proficiency in.
Ah, yes, you're exactly right. I just noticed that right now. All right, so just my persuasion then.
Yeah.
Hello?
Justin?
16 plus 8, 24.
Holy shit.
Woo!
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Let me make a roll. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You sit down in this moment with Sedge helping you out and Helu there in front of you. With your detect thoughts, you lure into a state of hypnosis, and with your detect thoughts, closing your own eyes, sort of envisioning yourself walking towards that presence. It's weird in that as you get you get close to it and it sort of slips away, like it's covered in like a grease or an oil. It just sort of slips through your fingers, and you chase it and you follow it again, but it remains sort of slippery and just out of reach. But I think the moments you are able to touch it, you get glimpses of a winter landscape. And it's not the same winter landscape every time. It's sort of it's different places all in that same sort of winter night landscape.
Okay.
And then it slips even further and even deeper into Helu's mind.
Since this is like a mindscape kind of thing, you know, I did some like light manipulation when I was in Elif's mind or whatever. Is there any way I can like try to stop this thing from getting as far away from me as if I put obstacles in its way? As weird as it sounds. You know, like a wall or something.
I don't think you can, because just before it slips away that final time, you reach a sort of like it slips past a wall in Helu's mind that feels as if it was put there by Helu herself.
Oh.
As in, you went for it, and that wall came up between you and it.
Huh. Kind of like the same deal with Ilif.
Kind of, but this feels like a subconscious choice. Ilif's was a result of like blocking out what had happened. This
Gotcha.
feels like a subconscious, like Helu. This is so subconscious. Helu isn't even aware she's doing it.
Huh. Okay.
That's not good.
Okay. I feel like I at least have to try to do the same thing that I somewhat did with Ilif, and that is to I reach the wall, I probably bang on it a couple of times, and you know, I think Marcus is going to try to call out and be like, "Show yourself. Speak to me. Who are you?" And just see if he gets a response or anything.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to ask a roll of Helu.
Mm-hmm.
me a wisdom saving throw.
I don't know if I want high or low. Probably high. No, it's a 9.
With a 9, the thing on the other side of the wall, that strange, cold presence, turns, and for the briefest moment before the spell ends, it looks like Helu herself.
Oh. Who are you?
And I think truly the last thing you see before the Tech Thoughts ends is this Helu looking at you with eyes that aren't her own, but that of a dragon.
What?
And then it
What
ends.
color though? Huh. When you say that of a dragon,
Mm-hmm.
I know it sounds stupid, but I imagine from dragon to dragon, depending on the type of dragon, they have somewhat different eyes, right? Maybe.
Make a history check.
Okay. All right. Since I do have borrow knowledge up, I'm obviously going to use it for this as well. 15 plus 8. I mean 15 plus 3, 18.
18. This is the last time I'll allow you to do this for borrowed knowledge. In the future, though, I will ask you to choose the skill before casting
Gotcha. Okay.
borrowed knowledge, because it does say you have to choose it when
Before.
you cast it.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. I'll keep that. I'll
Yeah.
make sure of it.
This is the last time I'll allow that happen, though. With an 18, I think it would be very hard for you to forget these eyes.
Oh man, are they snowflake Dylans?
Because they look like that of a dragon that nearly that menaced you and your party for weeks, months.
Okay. That's exactly what I wanted to know. Oh man. That is crazy. Alright, yeah, cool. If there isn't like too much of a whiplash, I think Marcus comes back.
I actually will ask Marcus for, I think, a wisdom a wisdom saving throw himself, just
Okay,
for
no
that
problem.
sort of.
Okay. That's an 8.
It leaves you feeling chilled to the bone.
Oh. Okay. Alright. Alright, I think Marcus gets a light shiver and then opens his eyes, claps, wakes Hello up, and he's like, alright, awesome. Thank you, Hello.
Huh. Damn
were
it!
totally-
No,
you
you
were-
got
no.
me!
No, you were totally right.
Fucker!
I wasn't able to get in there.
I had dozed off. That means you got me. That happened with Sedge and it happened with Eilip.
And
Damn
with-
it!
No.
And with the tech thoughts, Heli was aware that you were in her mind.
I was just under the impression you fell asleep.
Would I be aware of what he was like? That he was chasing something,
No,
or just aware that he was in there?
just aware that he was in there.
So, did you find anything good?
I wasn't really looking for anything in particular. Just was trying to get more used to being in people's heads, I guess.
Damn. Should have asked you to look through my memories for my missing pair of socks. I don't know where they fucking went.
Did you check the bottom of the front pocket of your bag?
I did. I've checked my whole bag.
When we camp down, I'll check.
Did you check the bag of holding, Hello?
We don't have a bag of holding.
I have the bag of holding. I have a
You
bag
have
of
a bag.
holding.
Right.
I reach in and I think Halou socks.
They don't
Are
appear.
They don't appear.
No. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
crazy
Shit.
time.
What if I
Bag of
put them in the bag of devouring? Fuck!
Damn it.
There's
Halou!
one-
I go for one
I'm-
pair of socks.
I'm gonna lean over to Marcus while they're talking about Hello Socks and just say, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, never been better. Actually, I gotta get up real quick. And he kind of mind links with Blossom, and he's like, follow me. And he says, "All right, guys, I'll be right back. Go use a little Marcus's room or something."
Ew. Don't need to know that.
I'm gonna wait a few minutes so that people don't think I'm following Marcus to the bathroom.
I give Sedge a look. I'm
The
like,
man tells me to follow him and then says, "Sup, guys? I gotta go piss in the woods. Be right back."
I mean, it's better than I'm gonna go off for a quick fuck. Like,
Mind link with Ylif. Gross.
I mean, we're about to learn we're about to learn how fast they are. And I don't want the information.
Real quick, I do want to say while they were doing really quick, I do want to butt in and say while they were doing that would have been a good opportunity for Ylif and Blossom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just don't want to interrupt.
Yeah.
I will drag, as they're doing that, I will kind of lead Blossom away from the group, like as that's happening, to quietly kind of just point at the hair, and I'm like, "You want to give me an update?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
Blossom, you
What?
literally made me promise to kill you if it comes down to it. So maybe
I
Be
meant
honest.
if I tried to attack anyone.
Oh,
Ylif, it's just a bit of stress decoloration, that's all.
Blossom. I need to know how you're doing because I need to. You think it's gonna be easy for me to do that if I have to? I don't want it to come out of left field as much as possible, and this way you can help because you have to tell at least Marcus.
Tell Marcus. I can't tell him.
Okay, then you need to tell me what's going on with what's going on. Because if I'm going to be the only person that knows and it's going to have to act, I need to know what's happening. You put this on me and I made this promise. You have to tell me what's happening.
You're right. It's only fair. I can't tell for certain, but whenever I use my magic, I can feel a little bit being pulled away, and I guess sapped through my hand. And I'm gonna take my glove off and I'm gonna show Ylif my hand, which is covered in frost.
Oh. Fuck. I know you. That's worse now.
I mean, I can't exactly stop using magic. It's
So, you, like, made a deal with her to, like, wake up, or what?
It felt like the lesser of two evils in the moment, but yes, I did. In a sorts. I can't exactly remember all the details. It was weird. Feels like forever ago.
I think you should tell the whole group. At the very least about, and I gesture to the hand, that, because we're gonna want to help you. I want to help you. I'll keep the killing you thing, like, as the last resort between us, but I think you should tell everyone.
If I thought telling everyone would help, I would have already. But there's nothing
Can't make
we
it
can do
worse.
right. So what? I'm just an extra weight for you to carry around? No. I want to help. I want to help Hello, and I want to help Sedge and Marcus, and I want to help you, and I can't do that by stifling myself. I may as well just go back to the Feywild and give myself over to Mab herself. Make it a quick end.
I understand that, but you... At the very least, think about telling Marcus.
You don't think I haven't? I spent 4 hours last night telling him, thinking about telling him. I don't know how much longer I have, and I just want to make the most of it while I still have time.
But you run out of time. If you run out of time, there's going to be that guilt of him thinking he could have done something. I don't know which one's better, but at least then he could appreciate the time he has with you like you're appreciating the time you have with him.
He said something similar last night. Though in an entirely different context.
You're my friend, but please no.
I won't give you the bloody details, Eilif. I'm much more respectable than that.
No, you're not.
You're right, I'm not. If you want to know, I'll tell you the context, but if not, we can...
I'm presuming you did not come back last night. I can presume the context.
Very well.
I can presume the context.
You can presume a lot, Eilif.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's all true.
Eilif, visibly is holding back a snarky comment. Just like the face kind of just the
Just vibrating.
Yeah, basically kind of covers their holds a fist up to their mouth in the terms of this is a serious conversation, this is a serious conversation, this is a serious conversation. But visibly the visible I cannot say this thing.
You're holding something back, Eilif. What is it?
Did you peg him?
What? That was not what I was expecting.
Give me a second.
You said everything you presume everything you that is that you can't everything you presume might not be true. I live, so did you peg him?
So I rolled 2d20s. One was a 10, and I don't do anything halfway. So, I rolled another one, and it was a natural 20.
I feel like that's between you and Justin.
Yeah. I feel
Listen,
like if
listen,
they-
as funny as it would be for me to say yes on the first date here, I'm not sure about that.
yeah, I'm feeling the same way.
Also, you would have had to prepare for that. and I don't know if you
Yeah.
have
Right?
the tools on
That
hand.
would
No,
take a
that's
while.
why I was purely
Yeah,
just
you don't-
that was
you don't
the
wanna be-
impulsive thought.
Yeah, you don't want to be pegging in the middle of a construction zone.
Yeah,
I'll say
no.
that.
Like
Yeah.
logistically, you do not want to be like it was.
It does not
would
get
not
more
have-
romantic than that.
No.
It would not have been a good thing to do. However, Ylif, like, sometimes like they're friends, and this is like their friend humor, and their impulsive thought just went.
Oh yeah. Fully just the
Just let
I-
the impulse.
To be
Let
fair,
them
Blossom
impulse
asked
it.
for it. They were holding back the impulsive
Yeah,
thought.
they were. They sure were, and she asked. So no, we didn't. Is that enough for you?
I didn't actually want to. You asked what I was holding back.
And it was a question, so I answered your question.
Just keep me.
Would it have
updated if
been-
gets-
Would it have been better if we did?
I don't know where you stayed.
We stayed
like-
in the manor.
Probably not, unless one of you went there prepared for that.
We had a lovely picnic,
Okay.
and we talked, and then we did a little bit of cuddling, and then we fell asleep. That's all.
Okay. I was not genuinely asking for specifics.
Just want to set the record straight.
You're straight?
No. Not exactly. It's hard to describe, honestly. I've only really remember, maybe a year of my whole life, so it's hard to describe what my love life has been like. And
Just because your love life doesn't dictate who you're attracted. That's besides the point. That's besides the point. That's besides the point. Focusing back on topic.
what topic? There have been 4 different topics in this one conversation.
The main topic. If it gets worse, tell me. Please keep me updated.
If it gets worse, I will let you know.
Okay. But did you have fun last night? Not even in a sexual way. Did you have a nice night last night?
I had a very enjoyable evening.
That's good. I'm glad.
Thank you, Ylif.
How are you with the Nick Bottom stuff?
Right. That, That's also hard to describe. Have you ever, read about a fictional character
Oh no.
and then felt like you fell in love with them through reading about their adventures?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Oh.
Because
Is there genuine feelings?
I
Or do
don't.
you just feel like you're obligated to love this person because of the letters?
It's definitely leaning towards the latter.
Okay. Yeah.
And so, when or even if we find Nick Bottom, it may be a little.
What if you just got catfished? Sorry,
Well, according to the letters, they've definitely met in person before.
yeah. I just don't. It already seems like you're on the right mentality of like person I don't know, and you're not beholden to the feelings of whoever you were before, and such and such and such and such. I just
Exactly.
One, I'll punch him if you need me to. If he comes up and turns out to be weird, I'll punch him. I'll punch Marcus if you need me to, too.
So there's always a reason to punch Marcus.
True. I'll punch Marcus for you if there's a specific reason you need me to. But I guess just live and spend as much time with him as you can, so there's no what ifs or anything, because having those what ifs left over is not easy.
You say that like you know.
Oh, you weren't here. Right. So did I tell you how I got my ability to do it? I'll have the echo appear next to me.
I remember you told me you were in an accident, under the city.
Yeah, you remember Worldfall? Like that?
Yes.
So, I was in the tunnels beneath Astrazeline during Worldfall. And I was with my best friend. And he made a choice that I think ended up saving me, but I was caught in the kind of nebulous space of Worldfall. So I was gone for 6 months. I was somewhere else, and I don't remember where. And I came back, and my best friend was gone. Presumed, hopefully dead, actually. Like, I had hoped he had died, then get captured, by the Feydark. But, I kind of, like, right before you came back, I had sent a letter to him through the letters and stuff, and he's alive and presumably helping the people that are constantly attacking our home, my home. And I love him. And I loved him a really long time. And I was always too scared to tell him. So the what ifs hurt a lot. The sudden, and that's why I'm saying maybe tell Marcus, because the sudden loss of someone you love hurts a lot. And I don't know if it hurts more when you know, but I know that the sudden, unexpected loss hurts a lot. Where you just wake up and they're gone.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm going to hold my arms out, offering a hug, and to give Eilif a space to just cry and possibly.
I will hug, and kind of just not really cry because they've had like 3 years to.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've really processed, but like, because it's been about like 2 years since, but they will cry a little bit, because it's just And then they'll quietly go, I might have to kill him. If he's actually working for the Feydark. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
Don't worry about that.
And then
I'll punch him for you.
Thanks. And it was just because I learned that, and then you came and asked me to do what you asked me to do. So in the future, I might have to kill 2 of my friends.
Do what I can to delay it as long as possible.
Can I ask my lady Chandria about this? See if she might know something.
She may be in the middle of a delicate balance with Mab. I don't know if it would be safe, but I'll leave it up to you. You know her better than I do.
I didn't want to do that without asking. She's my lady, but you're my friend.
I think you should do whatever you feel is right. There's a reason I trust you, Eilif, with this. It's because I believe you will do the right thing.
Yeah. They hate that I will. Let's try to not have me have to.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
I think we go from the pinky promise into like linking elbows as friends and then going
Yeah.
back.
You go
Yeah.
back in time to see Marcus coming out of the hypnosis trance with Helu. Which,
Sedge is also there.
yeah,
Damn it, my socks!
yeah, the
comedy
conversation.
Oh no, my dog! My
Laugh.
dog! The emotional.
Marcus, are you okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
conversation happens, and then
Follow
I think someone was pulling Marcus away.
Marcus was pulling Blossom away. He says, "Yo, I gotta go pass."
Yep.
And then Blossom said she was gonna wait a little while.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
think it
wait
goes
a
up
little
to some
bit.
more trees, whatever.
Right.
I'm gonna wait a bit and then announce I'm going to go get more firewood. And I'm gonna go in the opposite direction and then face up to the other side of the clearing to join up with Marcus.
Christ.
Well, we have plenty of firewood. Oh, man, she's gone.
I feel like you're
Walk to
walking
the middle
around.
of the road and then face up into the trees.
I feel like you're walking around the trees trying to see if you can find Marcus. Pretty big trees, pretty small guy, so you don't find him right away. And then out of nowhere, he like pops his head behind a tree and he's like, "Oh, hey Blossom. I know we spent a night together or whatever, but I didn't think you're gonna follow me to the bathroom now."
Marcus.
Sorry, how to say it?
I love it.
So supremely cursed.
Under her breath, she's just like, Eilif, I think I need to use that promise. It's too late for me, Eilif. Take care of me.
I live half sitting up in the camp.
I'm
I
about
feel like
to
I
commit
need someone-
serious war crimes.
I live having that something's happening.
Eilif,
Something
Something just happened.
Eilif gets like the Kill Bill sirens
No.
fucking go off.
I live half sits up and I looks at Sedge and I think something just happened. Not a bad thing, but a Marcus is gonna get punched thing.
Can it be my turn to punch him? I don't think I've done that yet.
I haven't been able to punch him before.
Yeah,
Anyways,
hello.
to continue
When-
the hold on.
Okay.
Let's let them continue their scene.
Yeah, sorry.
I would.
So what did you
I
want
would
to talk
s-
about?
Yeah. I wish I could say that I called you over for some kind of romantic soiree or something, but I think we have a problem that might be brewing.
A problem. What do you mean?
It's a problem with Hello.
Oh. With Hello. What's wrong with
Yeah.
Hello?
Wait. What do you think I was saying there a second ago?
Nothing. What's going on with Hello?
I'm not quite sure yet, but I think I have an idea. It's kind of hard to explain if you aren't in my shoes, I guess. But back when me and Hella were talking, I peered into their head. We were playing a game, and I felt something. It's yeah. I felt something like there in her head. I mean, I've been in enough heads already for me to be able to tell if there's something there that's not supposed to be, if that makes sense. I was able
Right.
to convince Helu to let me hypnotize her. And obviously I didn't tell Helu that there might be something wrong. I just wanted to, make sure that, check into my suspicions. Maybe I was seeing something, who knows. But I dove in. I was able to get where I needed to be, and I saw and I felt something. It was this. First, I saw this landscape of winter. Multiple, actually. Then I was chasing this feeling, this wind, this ice, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. Kept chasing it, then I ran to a wall. And I called out to what it might be, because it wasn't just a feeling, it was a thing, it was a being. I'm pretty sure. I felt it looking back at me. I called out, and an image of Helu emerged, except she had different eyes. She had Snowflake's Dylan's eyes. Very pretty eyes, I might say, but it definitely weren't her eyes. And then I came back. And I'm not exactly sure what I saw, but I mean, due to what I was feeling and what I was seeing, maybe it's Queen Mab? I'm not sure.
Shit, balls, fuck.
Yeah, I know, that's what I said. Actually, pretty similar words, but in different order, but obviously I didn't want to tell Hello, I didn't want to freak her out or anything, but then you asked me what was going on.
No,
And
you were right. Right. Sorry. Just a lot to process right now.
no, yeah, I know. It's crazy. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine what Helu is gonna be feeling if we tell her that, Queen Mab's on her shoulder and is in her body or whatever, or is affecting her. That must be crazy. I can't imagine that.
I can tell you one thing you're not going to do again, and that's go back into Helu's head.
What do you mean? Obviously, I have to try to go back in there.
Marcus,
was locked
just
out, but
trust
maybe I
me
can
on
get
this,
back
please.
in.
Please, just trust me.
I mean, I got to figure out some way to help Helu. I can't just sit there and let Mab linger in there and do what she's doing.
Please, believe me when I say that you digging around in Helu's head is doing more harm than good.
What are we supposed to do then?
Give me a chance to try to deal with it.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know, but I will figure something out.
You think this is like a curse or something? I think I might be able to. If it is a curse, I might be able to remove it.
If it is just a curse, then yes, by all means, break it. But I have a feeling it's a lot more than just a curse.
Crap. Poor Hello. First that bitch takes her sister. First that bitch takes her brother. And now she does something like this. I wonder what happened. She
Based on
grabbed
what you've
onto
said-
Hello of all people.
Based on what you've said, I have a theory.
A game theory?
What's that theory?
Well, Hello was the one to take the gem that was in the dragon's chest, the gem that gave it enhanced powers. Maybe that's how the connection was created.
Oh, that's right. I knew it was a good idea to tell you, Blossom. I totally forgot about that. Maybe I don't have to remove the curse on Hello. What if I try on this gem? You think maybe you can sever the connection?
It's a possibility. Just be careful when you attempt this. There's no telling whether this would fix the problem or just spread it. And I couldn't bear it being spread to you.
Listen, I'm pretty used to weird little cosmic beings being interested in me, so promise I'm gonna be okay. What's most important to me is making sure Hello comes out okay at the other side of this. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if I just stood by and watched it happen, especially with what I know.
Fuck you, Justin. Fuck you.
This is what Marcus would be saying. I'm sorry.
You're right, but fuck you.
Oh, hold on.
We love the thematically timed conversations for Blossom.
Mhm.
Why is everything so complicated?
Meanwhile, Ilif and fucking Sedge are just over here having a grand old. We're not connected to these problems currently.
You have to be aware
But
of
you
the
guys
problems.
are gonna be through the
We're not
rest
aware
the
of these
time.
problems.
Marcus, I don't want to worry you. But a friend of mine recently told me that it's better to share than to keep some things secret.
Friend of yours.
It
This
was
is,
Irish.
yeah, I was just about to say. That sounds like something Aleph would say. Aleph's very much the person to write a treasure book and then put at the very end that the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. So
Right,
it's just
yeah.
something they would say.
Although I feel Sedge would be the more liturgical one.
He'll make a boring book.
Sid would write a biography and then give it a bullshit theme. Anyway,
I feel like he would write more of a book where it has a good story, but then he spends like 10 pages describing a chair.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
That's just me though.
Asshole.
Sorry. Sorry, what were you saying?
Anna didn't even Anna didn't even call you a bitch today.
Hey, now's your chance, dude.
Mistake on your part.
Justin, you're a bitch.
Not the same if you don't say it at the beginning.
Fuck you.
Anyways,
I think Blossom already.
pulling it
Um,
back in for the remainder of the conversation.
There's there is a reason why I know so much, or rather, why I assume so much about Helu's current mental state.
Really? Have you remembered something, or?
Um, not quite.
I start playing with the white lock of hair.
But by the way, I don't know if I've ever told you this before, but you look very cute when you're anxious.
Thank you, but now is not the time.
No, I'm sorry.
Um,
I
this
feel
is-
like I had to say it.
No, this is really hard and difficult for me to say to you specifically. Isla already knows, but you know what? I'm just going to rip it off like a bandage, and I show Marcus my hand.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're not getting to the mines tonight.
No, we are not.
You
Oh,
and what you
only
see when
10:30.
she when she pulls off the glove is, though the rest of Blossom is in spring form, it is as if her hand is in winter form. And I think I said it was at the wrist.
Yeah, it's up to the wrist right now.
Well, the symbol.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is a little symbol of black diamond.
I don't think I showed
Uh-oh.
Ilef the symbol. I just showed him the frosty fingers.
You show Marcus the symbol?
I'm showing Marcus the symbol.
Motherfucker.
I'm doing what you told me to do.
Marcus's face definitely drops because I feel like he had a shit-eating grin giving you that compliment before, but then he sees first the frost, but then obviously if the symbol's there, he doesn't really have to ask that many questions. So yeah, his face definitely drops. He's like, "Awesome! What happened? How did this happen?"
Oh, when you all left me in Austrazaline, after the legend, Queen, I was trapped in Queen Mab's realm, and I could see the city, and as much as I ran, it would only get further away. But I kept running for days and days and weeks. And every time I thought I would get close enough to reach the water, I would trip over a root or a branch, and then she would come to me and offer me a deal. And every time I told her no. And until I said yes.
I'm guessing this happened after that.
It wasn't like this when I woke up. It was just the symbol at first.
Awesome.
Then my fingertips, and then the palm, and now it's spreading, and I don't know how to stop it. And I didn't know how to tell you And now it's complicated.
I understand. So it's okay if you didn't tell me. Thank you for telling me now. Trust me, I know how it feels to feel cornered and like you don't have any choice, and like you have to choose between the lesser of two evils. I think at that point, Marcus like takes off his glove at his right hand, and he grabs Blossom's icy arm, and you can see that I don't think anybody's seen this yet, so he's going to show Blossom for the first time. Next to your sigil is like his hand, and his hand like literally kind of engraved or like fried on is another sigil, which you probably don't know what it is. And he's like, trust me, I know better than I don't think you will ever know. Most I can do is give you something that I didn't have at that time, and that is a promise that we're going to figure this out. We're going to make things better. For both you and Hello. It's the least we can do.
I'm gonna put my icy hand on his scarred hand and clutch it tightly, and then put my regular, I guess, plain hand on top as like a really tight handhold, and step close to him.
I'm so scared, Marcus.
I think Marcus brings Blossom into a hug. And he says, you have nothing to be scared about now. Let's worry about this together, okay? We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out, and we're gonna live the rest of our days worry-free from all this. From Mab and everything else. Someone once told me something really romantic once. I think it went, I will chase you to the deepest, darkest parts of your heart and pull you back to the light. So, let me pull you back to the light, Blossom. At least let me try.
You just had to steal my line, didn't you?
I'm not as good with words as you are, I think, in that regard. You don't necessarily have to quote a great man to be one, but maybe if you quote a great woman, you could be pretty great. I don't know.
Thank you, Marcus.
If it's okay with you, I can probably try remove curse on this after we're done with all this. I'm not sure if it's going to do anything, but at least try. And if that doesn't work, we'll figure something else out.
Marcus, as much as I believe in you and your skills, I don't think we can beat this with a simple spell.
And I agree with you. But I maybe just worth a try, just to see what happens, just to see what I can feel, what I can surmise in that whole thing, and I just want to try all the options in the world because you're worth it to me. Scouring every option.
if you insist. If we don't get back soon, they will think we're pegging in the woods.
Peg what? Excuse me?
I don't know. It was something Ilif said.
Poor Sile said it. Yes, I guess they do that kind of stuff in the Feywild barracks.
Let's go. Come on.
Yes, let's go. I think Marcus also hands back her glove or whatever. And puts back on his glove.
Yeah, she puts her glove back on, and then waits a minute or two. I think she waits for a breeze after Marcus is gone and just says, "Fuck you," and then goes back to camp.
Incredible. Yeah. You both return to camp.
Hold
And-
on. Didn't
Aloo,
you both
Aloo, get
leave
that out of your mouth! Get
from
that out of your
different
mouth!
directions?
Yeah, you guys left in different directions.
This is true.
We
I don't. Yeah,
I
I
found-
think.
Where's the
Marcus
firewood?
gathering firewood.
Yeah,
Where's
where
the
is it?
firewood?
I
Oh, I get it. You guys are holding hands. That's so cute.
Well, not entirely incorrect.
I look at Sedge and I'm like, firewood.
I mind link with Ilif, and I
That's what
say
we're calling it now.
firewood. Yeah.
Firewood.
Firewood.
And in the mind link with Sedge, I'm just like, well, Blossom has fireball. The next upgrade is firewood.
Oh.
This is getting into supremely cursed territory.
Yeah. Okay. I'm goodbye. And I drop the mind link.
mentally hang up the phone.
Ilif just snorts a bit as they're like reading like a book or something.
Alrighty,
You
guys.
do what?
I'm reading a book. I snort.
Oh,
I laugh.
And
Alright, guys. I say we start sitting down now so we can get all this mine business out of the way.
Don't mind me.
What are you doing?
I
Giggling.
So what are you doing?
you're fucking cackling is what you're
Fucking
doing.
gremlin
I've
cackling.
never heard you cackle like that before.
I am waiting for something to happen.
What?
Are you like
What?
my lip with what? What's going on?
My
Don't worry
mind
about
link with Blossom. Are you doing okay? You look a little red around the eyes.
Ilif,
You are not Ilif. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I was like, excuse me? Did I get
Sedge?
roped into this phone call?
Should we
Set up a meeting.
should we cut my eyelid?
Sedge, you are one of my closest and oldest and, to be honest, only friends. But I will tell you in all honesty, not right now. Please.
That's fair enough. Whenever you're ready, don't worry. We're here and we have your back.
All I can say is one at a time. And I will leave it at that.
Again, that's fair, and I won't ask again until you're ready to bring it up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I give Blossom a nod from across camp, and I drop the mind link.
All right. Is there any other conversations happening tonight?
I'm gonna go.
Oh. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kate. I didn't know.
I'm gonna go sit over by Hello. And just say, if there is anything you want to talk about, just girl to girl, mind palace to mind palace.
Hold on. Hold on.
I am here for you.
My bones rolling.
Thanks. I've already gotten the talk. I know about that.
No, Hello, it's not that. I swear, it's not that. I'm
Oh.
just saying, if you have any, weird dreams,
Their body's probably changing.
that I might be able to help, and I would be a good shoulder to lean on, is all that I am saying.
Thanks.
It
Again,
still
I've
very much
already-
sounds like you're trying to.
Yeah, honestly.
Again, I've had the talk. I know about the stuff.
It's not the talk.
Oh.
I promise you that.
What is it then?
Just let me know if you have any weird dreams that make you, wake up cold and shivery. And I'm trying to be really discreet about this to the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
The question is Hello being discreet?
I think Hello would be like staying quiet because she doesn't want to like have another talk, but it's plain as day on her face, just so confused, just so painfully baffled and confused.
Blossom, make an insight check if you'd like.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
So 13.
I think with Moss saying that it's painfully obvious, Hello has no fucking clue what the hell you're referencing.
Blossom's just gonna nod and trying to convince herself that, yeah, Hello knows what she's talking about, and then walk away.
Hello's just sitting there.
Nothing's gonna get through.
Hello's just like Hello was like when Marcus and Blossom were like in the woods, Hello was like journaling. The journal is just like closed on her lap, just like she opens it, and honestly, I'm gonna give this to everyone. Like daytime, whatever entry. What the fuck is up with Blossom? Does holding hands really do this to people? What? And then just a bunch of question marks. That's it. That's all. That's what Hello thinks this is about. Like weird.
Oh
like
god, Isla's gonna have to give Hello the talk.
Hello knows the talk. Well, okay.
Clearly,
okay, technically knows the talk, doesn't know the normal, how it normally goes. Knows the, like, anatomical.
Isla is under the impression that Hello does not understand how it works, so...
This is incredible.
This is so
So much
supremely
character
good.
developed tonight, y'all.
If for watches, if Hello has a watch, that's gonna be Isla's gonna be taking that watch with Hello to essentially pull out like a piece of parchment and go, okay, do you know how sex works?
Yes!
Okay, so Do you understand the social parameters of when one is courting someone?
There's more to it?
Yes!
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Have you been thinking relationships are just? Oh my god! Nope. The lesson is changing. Rips up the parchment lesson plan, pulls out a different one's like, okay. So the social norms of courting for people that like to do it, and then goes off about like
Yeah.
basically the general romantic intentions of people with the asterisk of it's different for everyone, and if you're not attracted to someone romantically, that's okay. Here are all of these things that are the general norms of what happens.
God.
It's
Hold on, I need to find the perfect meme.
Helu becomes trapped by Ilif's impromptu lesson.
There, found it. It's
I'm gonna
in
make the
memes.
perfect meme for that right now.
It's in memes.
Yeah, no, but purely Ilif is just like, okay. But then by the end of that is, but keep up the, but now that you know, keep up the bit, it's really fucking funny. To see them all confused.
Okay, yeah, of course. And then I think Helu would be like, so I think I almost feel like Blossom was trying to give me the talk that we just had. It was really weird.
Well, the problem
it was
is that
so weird.
I love Blossom dearly. Blossom is a talker and talks around the bush so much that I think sometimes she forgets it's a bush.
She talks so long it becomes a tree.
Yeah, I know. Talks so long it becomes an old oak. It's surprising. Not that that's a bad thing, but sometimes it's just a bush. Her and Marcus do this, both of them.
They're perfect for sure.
I know, right? They both talk so long that their bushes become trees.
What kind of bush are we
That's why they're
talking
so
about here?
compatible.
Excuse me?
But
God, the
yeah,
fucking
no. So
Blossom.
that's where the social side of like courting.
Okay.
Would it be that Blossom has a bush and Marcus has a tree?
Ban the DM to the shadow realm.
Like Oscar just pipes up from where he's like in a bag right next to you both, and it's like it says that.
Oh my god. Wait, we need to get Jupiter to make Oscar art,
Hi.
but with the DM hats.
Hi, Chai.
Yo, I think I'm gonna do that actually next time.
You're being
We gotta add
upgraded
Oscar
to fairy dragon, Jen. Fairy crow dragon.
Anyways,
Oh.
not to derail the conversation, but there you go.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we bed for the night because I want to reach the cave.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to talk to Marcus.
We'll talk tomorrow.
Talk on the road.
I'm
Mind to mind.
inclined to let Sedge have the conversation, because I was going to end when you guys arrived at the cave, anyways.
Oh no!
Aww.
It's almost 11. I don't want you guys to get into what's probably going to be essentially marathon combat if you aren't careful.
And
I said
we're
we
not
could leave
usually
up after
careful.
we talk to Don John.
Well, I guess I am saving the majority of Mountain Toes gold mine for next session.
That's fine.
So I am
Oh my
inclined.
god,
So
Marcus, that's amazing.
I am allowed to. I am allowed if you would like to have that conversation, so long as Justin's okay with it.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Justin Uwu, are you okay with it?
Marcus will talk to you.
Okay. It shouldn't be like a long conversation. Whatever watch Marcus takes, Sedge will take it with you. And as you know, Sedge is undoubtedly like writing the day's manuscript or whatever. He finishes, puts his quill down or whatever by the firelight, and turns to you, Marcus, and says, "Marcus, I just want to say that I'm happy for you and Blossom, really. doing what we do and being able to find somebody out in the road, that's not something everyone can do. Not something all of us have the ability or luck to have happen to us.
Oh, thanks, Edge. Who knows? Might be your turn next. Maybe you'll find a girl, boy. I don't know.
I
I don't know how you roll, Sedge.
I don't think that's an option for me anymore.
Anymore? What you mean?
It's I have too many responsibilities now, Marcus, and too many
Aw,
things weighing
man.
on my
You're
mind.
one of those guys.
Yes. I
You don't.
have
You
my
don't want
oaths to upkeep.
You don't want to be one of those guys. I've worked with so many of those guys. They keep saying, "No, push it off till next week, next month, next year." Next thing you know, they're living by themselves in their 60s or whatever, wearing little wife beaters and looking sad.
What the hell is a wife beater? A wife beater?
Who hits their wives?
Who is hitting their wife? I'm gonna kill them.
It's slang for an article of clothing. Okay.
Have those in Neverwinter? Do they have those on the Sword Coast?
Maybe in
They have
Leyland.
them down a Leyland, apparently.
The famous Leyland wife beater. I'm just listen, man. I'm just saying, it's noble that a man can dive into his work and find purpose and other things, but maybe the work will be that much more purposeful and that much more enjoyable if you had someone to share with. If you gave yourself enough time to have fun.
The most fun I've ever had, apart from my childhood in Candlekeep, has honestly been with you all.
Exactly, you gave yourself the chance to get close to others. All I'm saying is, don't let this be the only avenue in your life that you let that happen.
Well, the last time I got close to somebody, he died and he was murdered, really, and I was framed for it. And the time before that was Elmas. And I failed her, and I'm trying so hard not to fail the rest of you, but it's hard.
That's just the way that person-to-person relationships work, Trust me, you're talking to the guy who's fucked over way too many people. I'm at the place where I am now where I regret what I've done because I've had enough experience making people disappointed. And that's fine, and that's cool. This is going to happen. People have pretty high expectations of you sometimes, especially when you get close to them. But just because there's a possibility of you hurting someone or disappointing them doesn't mean that you're not worthy of love, worthy of friendship.
I'm not saying I'm not worthy of all those things, just how could I possibly do any of that when there's so much going on? We have Don John to worry about, and up until recently we had an entire dragon to worry about, and now we have this entire thing in the Feywild.
Hey, man, all I'm saying is, doesn't have to be right now. It's just with the way that you're talking about it, you make it seem like you're never gonna have time.
I
just isn't the
might
case.
not.
I mean, look at your parents. I'm sure they're way busier than you, right? I mean, and they popped out little Sedgeworth right here, so.
Don't call me that. Bones, you can't laugh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know what I read?
Shut up.
Don't call me Sedgeworth. That's not even my real name.
Yeah, I know, which is why I like to twist it up a little bit. It doesn't really have that much impact, does it?
No, I'm talking about Sedge.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm sorry, I guess, just a little joke. Listen, like I said, be free. You know, give yourself some space. I mean, you spend all this time, writing about yourself, writing and reading about different people. You know what I mean? Their histories, what they've done. Yeah, have you ever considered that maybe it's so interesting to write or read about those people or what they've done because between the lines of what they were doing, they were living their lives, I mean, when you're writing your story, you just want it to be such did this, such did that.
No, I don't write it like that at all. I make sure that our exploits are pragmatic in writing, but also I do try to get to the inner crux of the matter that we all deal with. Our arguments, our plans, our not our day-to-days, because that can be dreadfully because that can be rather drab and boring, but I try to make sure that I get the essence of what we're doing, and I can't write about myself. I'm writing about myself, but no one will ever know that no one will ever know that Althadon Vin Noir did all these things. And that is the way that it has been in my temple for hundreds.
Ike, you there? I think you broke up.
Hey.
Ike?
I think we lost Ike.
Oh no.
Hello?
There we go.
Hello.
Sorry.
You cut off right at hundreds of.
Oh, hundreds of years.
Then perish. I'm sorry, continue.
Fuck, I lost my train of thought. That's Althadon Vin Noir will never be Sedge Thistlestrike, and I have to be fine with it because the alternative is much more sad. And if I'm going to be honest, I keep searching for. We've got no leads on who murdered Father Augustus. I still constantly look for my sister. And to top it all off, you are getting into danger headlong without me being able to help you in any way. You keep almost dying.
Just how my story goes, Sedge. And hey, when it comes to this writing of yours, I think you should really use it to reflect on your own life. Like you said, of course, people are not going to know that it's you when you write these things. But I think people read those writings and take in those writings not because they want to read up on the exploits, but instead because they can feel a connection to the person in the writing. It's a reflection of the humanoid condition. You know what I mean? It'd be kind of boring if it was just one thing after another. Don't you think your readers would enjoy it a lot more if somewhere between the lines they could see times that Sedge was happy, times where he was lost, or...
It's not a book, Marcus. It's a written history.
Of course.
It's not a fairy tale, I mean to say. It's not a fairy tale, it's
it's
for scholars and historians to look back on and make proper documentation of the events as they happen. Cross-reference for academics.
No, I get it. I'm just saying, people that tend to stick around the most are the people that we tend to be able to make a connection to. Obviously, your writing is one thing and your life is another. I'm just saying, don't let the structure of your writing dictate how you live your life right now. No, live your life, man. Give yourself a chance to. I have, and I mean, look what's happened. It's been pretty eventful, I have to say.
Eventful is certainly a word for it.
Thank you, lady.
Interesting times these have been.
Have you ever been on a date before, by the way? Kind of got me worried now. Just wondering. You keep talking about how busy you are. I feel like you've been saying that since you were like 8 years old or something.
I have been on dates before.
Really?
In candle.
That's very surprising.
Blind date set up by your parents.
I'm sorry, I just can't imagine
I
that.
slug Marcus in the shoulder.
Blind dates set up by
Take a
his
point of
sister.
damage.
Marcus kind of turns around and makes sure everybody else is asleep. Sedge, are you a virgin? Just wondering. I mean, it would
I just
explain
want to
a
go on the
lot.
record to say
would
that
explain a lot.
the dates were not blind dates set up by his parents. Sedge has met people.
No,
or
I'm
done
just
things.
listen. I
But has
just
he
can't
pegged
imagine.
people?
I just can't listen. I just can't imagine Sedge like trying to intentionally rizz up someone. You know what I mean? Or being like, "Hey, let's go down to the local tech."
Sedge is a charisma caster. I hope you know that.
I mean, the way he talks and the way he acts isn't like, you know what I
He's
mean? Like,
traumatized.
does this
Leave
man
my
approach
man
someone?
alone.
I feel like when this man approaches someone, he's like, "I'm approaching you with romantic intentions."
He does not say that shit.
Gonna be honest though, that might work sometimes because direct communication. But
yeah.
So yeah.
With Mark, I imagine this is a point where Sedge might consider walking away. Just be like,
no, he's exasperated by Marcus, but he's like,
I just
he
want to make
looks
sure you're
around
living,
too. He looks around too, and then he just says "fuck it" in mind links. It's like, no, I'm not.
You know that I'm not sure if you got the same thing going on with like Hello over there. You know, hand holding and stuff isn't the same thing, right?
God.
Making sure.
I will punch you again. No, I know all about the birds and the bees and courting. I've courted people. I have been courted. It didn't work out.
Are we talking all the bases here, or?
I'm sorry, Marcus. I just didn't know you were so interested in my life.
Listen, we were just talking about how you never got time and all this stuff.
Well, when I was younger and naive, I thought I had all the time in the world, and then some things happened, and I spent the last. Ooh, how old is Sedge? He's like 25, right? Shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like 25-year-old version. No wonder you're so fucking miserable.
Oh my god. I do want to point out. I do want to point out that Sedge is only like this. The personality you know as Sedge has only been like this after the murder and framing of Father Augustus.
All right, Marcus didn't know that. Okay, it's like this is all he knows of Sedge. You know.
Fine. Let me. I was not always as the way I am, Marcus. You know, brash, burlesque, kind of a stick in the mud. I've only. Unfortunately, Father Augustus's death had a rather negative impact on me and my outlook on life. But I don't know how I could face my parents, honestly, because I am not the son that visits them once a year, that writes them personal letters as much as I can, sends them packets of teas that I've tried. I think they would be rather ashamed of the person that I've become.
Not so sure about that. To be completely honest with you. You say you don't send them all those nice things, but to be quite honest with you, you do more than most other people. You give them a pretty detailed account of what you're up to.
Well,
that's
my duty. That is my duty as a paladin of Erithus. Just so happens all the paladins do this. All the people who go out and gather stories for our records. It just so happens that my parents are the high priestess and the archbishop.
So they must be very proud of you then. You said everybody does it, but I mean, if you were my son and I got writings of you slaying Gorthog and cutting a dragon in half and traveling through the Feywild, I'll be like, hey, makes sense he hasn't come around for some tea. You're a badass, man. I'm sure they recognize that too.
Oh yes,
I'm sure they're very proud of you.
They Yes.
Yeah, so, they sound like very nice people. You're very reasonable, and I'm sure you get that from them. So even if you haven't reached out as much as you think that you should, I think by what you've turned in, they'll be understanding. Especially if they knew what happened to you.
I would have to hope so.
I have a strong feeling that they will be.
I imagine with that. Seems like a good natural end. You two eventually lay down to rest. And I'll say for the sake of brevity, the night passes without incident. And the following morning, you all are able to pack up and finish your travels to the Mountain Toes Gold Mine. Give me a second to switch the music, because I need something else. Hi, Cat. Thank you, Chai. You're very sweet. You're also very in my face.
Kiss me.
She really wants pets right now.
Buy some apples.
What do I want to do? Yeah, let's do this one.
Guys, I got so much schoolwork to do. It's unbelievable, and it's all due tomorrow at midnight.
Also
Bro.
take your meds.
Yeah, take your
I
meds.
did.
Cool.
I took
Okay.
meds.
Good.
That's why I need to wake up on time tomorrow, because I want to do some schoolwork before work.
Right.
And then after work, I still have to do more schoolwork.
Fun.
All
Yeah.
right. The following morning, you pack up and head the rest of the way to the Mountain Toes Gold Mine. Let's see here. Hidden among bushes, you see as you... it's been quite a while since you've been here, but you see that hidden among bushes, there is a tunnel that burrows into the foot of a soaring snow-capped mountain. Above the mouth of the tunnel is a wooden plank with the words Mountain's Toe carved into it in common. Except, I think, by this point, those words have been crossed out.
Uh-oh.
Sort of crudely scratched out, and instead... What does it say? Where is it? It says, I think, the Whiskered Gang.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
And
Damn, bro.
as you approach, you see that there are two figures standing on either side, seemingly guarding the entrance to the mine. While I flip... while I flip maps. Potentially. Come on, work with me here.
We knew. See, something was off the last time we were here.
Yeah.
Probably like a
Where-
hostage situation.
Really?
Maybe.
I mean, I did mind link with him before, being like, hey, you can tell me what's going on, and he was pretty pissed. What
Hey
does that
guys, I
depend on
think
it?
something's up.
Maybe he joined a cult.
They didn't really give me, like, cultish. They were more one
Maybe
of those,
they
like...
bit Don John.
That's probably.
Probably, right?
Do you
I mean,
think
wouldn't
that?
he...
Do you think maybe they got bit when the Whisker Gang was here the first time, and we just never found out?
Yeah, but, like, would that really mess with their whole, like, brain chemistry or something? You know what I mean? And yeah, they could, like, transform into were-rats or whatever, but wouldn't they still be the same people with slightly different tendencies, I guess?
Mm.
Anyone who wants to can make me...
Yeah, I was gonna say I know probably enough about werefolk from.
Yeah, make me either a history or a arcana check.
Oh,
Interesting.
let's make that. Let's do history.
Oh,
Okay.
17 for history.
Okay.
History or Arcana?
That is
Uh,
a 23.
23,
15.
15.
Number 10.
I think Sedge might be the only one that gets this because lycanthropy is not really a problem that's dealt with a whole lot. Why is it gray? That shouldn't be gray. Configure lighting.
Hey, Chutney.
We're doing global illumination. There we go.
Oh, there are people.
Yep. What you know about lycanthropy is that I think Sedge knows this. Eilif, you've really only encountered those who are natural born lycanthropes, I would think.
That's true. Yeah.
There is a difference. Those who are natural born lycanthropes, those who it's just a part of their bloodline, aren't beholden to sort of the nature of the curse, aren't really beholden to, say, for instance, the alignment that's listed in D&D. They are, for all intents and purposes, just normal people living normal lives. However, when it's passed on through a bite, is a little bit different.
Sorry, Chutney, I didn't mean to pick you.
When it's passed on through a bite, it takes the form of a curse. And part of that curse is that when they shift, as a part of the bite, sort of their personality changes. And the biggest change is when they shift per the night of the full moon, which is that they become essentially the alignment listed in D&D. Their human forms are also affected, not quite as strongly, but if not handled, they are unrecognizable as a person. As a person they once were.
Interesting. I don't know if
This
Sedge
is what
can
Sedge
pass
knows,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if Sedge can pass on this information from what you said. Would Sedge know if a remove curse can help with his affliction?
On a 23, yes. Oh, here we go. Hold on. I'm gonna do a quick. Let me read out the curse of lycanthropy. Humanoid creature can be afflicted with the curse of lycanthropy after being wounded by a lycanthrope, or if one or both of its parents are lycanthropes. If it is a curse, as in if it's passed on through a bite, it can be removed with remove curse. If they are natural born, it takes something significantly stronger.
Gotcha. Okay.
Those who resist, a lycanthrope can either resist a curse or embrace it. By resisting the curse, lycanthrope retains its normal alignment and personality while in humanoid form. It lives life as it has, bearing deeply bestial urges raging inside of it. When the full moon rises, the curse becomes too strong to resist. Let's see here. And those who embrace it. Let's see here. Some individuals see little point in fighting the curse or accept what they are. With time and experience, they learn to master the shape changing. Most lycanthropes that embrace it succumb to bloodlust, becoming evil, opportunistic creatures that prey on the weak.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, Sedge would know. It's basically what I said, which is that if you're born with it, you're a human, you're a normal person. Though the curse tends to affect people gradually. But yes, those who are bitten can be cured with a remove curse.
Okay, so I
Lay that to the party.
Hi, Chai. That was a bad idea.
Gotcha. All right, so it may just be the case that miners knew their fate, just decided to go along with the gang. I mean, what other choice did they have, really?
They could have resisted.
They could have told us.
I mean, we don't know if we came around after the fact. They might have, already been too far gone. Might have made up their minds. Kind of stuck in a corner there.
I also do want to point out that the map is not accurate. You guys aren't like right fucking there. It's just
Oh, yeah,
I
I
only have
figured, yeah.
so much space.
Good news is, with what Seth just told me, I might be able to remove their curse. Maybe if we find someone, one of the miners, maybe, able to remove the curse and get more information from them. Especially find Long John. Long John.
Worth a
John
shot.
Blonde.
Definitely, but I mean, if we're able to gather them up without killing them, I can bring the miners back. It'll take a day or two, though. But it is possible.
Didn't we try that already?
No, last time we kind of talked to them and they said they would leave. Looks like they just pulled a fast one
Yeah.
on us.
I guess they found this place. They might have gone back. We did tell them that the tower, the old steeple tower, the you know, the ogres and the boars that were there destroyed it. But when it was actually Blossom's like crazy magical bouncing ball of doom.
Listen, they did the exact same thing I would have done. Played along and come back. I mean, why give up a gold mine? Totally. It was easier for them to say, okay, fine. And then
Well, what would
just
they?
fuck 'em.
What use would they have for? Like, who would they sell the gold to?
I mean, some of them can still turn human, use the gold for things. I don't know.
Hmm.
Makes a good little hideout too, I guess. It's not up to us to really know about their intentions anymore. We gave them one chance. They decided not to heed us, so say we give them the payback they deserve.
We beat them the fuck up.
And hopefully, if we're able to kind of suss out who the miners are, try to make sure we don't kill them and try to remove their curse, I guess.
Definitely don't want to
Try.
do that.
Yeah, the two rats that are posted up, are they like? I know we saw some of the miners before. They dressed in regular miner attire because I knew there was a difference between the attire on the miners and the attire of the gang, right? I imagine.
There was, yeah. The miners, which had been in a separate room, were wearing a lot of the clothes you'd see, sort of overalls, long shirts, the helmets.
Okay.
And then the were-rats wore what kind of looked like sort of regular commoner clothes that you'd see in like Neverwinter.
Gotcha. So are these two rats posted up wearing commoner clothes?
Make a perception check.
Can I
help
also
them?
make a perception check?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where's my
Can I
dice?
also, or can we all make?
Yeah, anyone who wants to can
Natural
make a perception.
20 for a 25.
Wow.
Why is it
17.
fucking falling?
10.
What's my perception? 19.
19,
25.
25.
Natural 20. Fuck yeah.
What'd you get, Marcus?
17.
Blossom?
Oh god, Blossom, she's T-posing.
No, sorry, I forgot I changed to push to talk. It's a 18 natural 18 plus 4, so 22.
Okay. So, Isla, if you're a little far away, I think you're a little focused on checking behind you at this point, probably.
Yeah.
Instead of what's in front. Hellu sees it followed shortly by Blossom, and Sedge, which is that they are wearing what looks like these commoner clothings. However, you can see that both of them have they're both in hybrid form. They have their noses up in the air and appear to be sniffing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, quick survival check. Are we like upwind, downwind? Like where? Actually, would I have been like, yeah, we should be not the way the wind's blowing. Because
That would have been something to tell me when you guys were approaching.
oh well.
Yep. Yeah. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Okie dokie.
I'll help.
Okay. Another natural 20 for a 25. The first one would have totaled as a 15, so thank you for that help.
You are upwind.
Shit. I immediately tell the others. I'm like, fuck, shit, ass, fuck.
I did roll to see which direction. You are upwind.
Anyway, the wind blows.
Which is currently upwind.
All right, I say we act now. Don't kill them. Bring them away from the gate. We gotta make sure one of them can't run away. I can bring at least one of them back, and hopefully that person can give us the answers we're looking for.
I
can
have
drop
zone
some
of
tentacles.
truth.
Yeah, I can drop some tentacles now, or Ilif, if you're okay with it, we can get to the middle of both those guys and stop them from running away. It might give us the opportunity to close in and stop them.
I'll have my echo like behind me.
All right.
Like my echo once I realized there was danger, it's already.
Yeah, how
I can-
far away are we?
Yeah, the problem is I can only have it move it 30 feet.
I think you guys would have seen them from probably at this point about 60. I imagine you guys would have seen them and stopped, so I think that would be about 60 feet away.
I won't be able to
Um,
reach them. That's the issue.
All right, there might be something I can do. Give me a sec. Not that we're gonna do it this game, but I just want to put it out there. Let me see what the 90 feet. I can drop my tentacles then.
Yeah, if you can restrain them. Can we, with my eagle eyes, could I see if there's anyone in the little, like, tunnel, like, yonder? What's the control for?
I think for some reason the pointers aren't working. Unfortunately. But
towards.
yeah. Oh,
Towards
please
here.
don't do that.
Sorry.
From 60 feet away with a natural 20, you don't see anyone in that room.
Think you might be good. And if we're quick and quiet, we can take them down before then.
Yeah, if you do the tentacles, is there any... Are they going to scream? And alert
Yeah.
people?
Do we have
this is-
silence?
Do we
No.
have silence? Don't...
I mean, what are
I
the chances
have-
of someone hearing them from inside the mine? The mine's
Echoes.
stored in, isn't it?
Echoes.
We would just have to lead him away then.
I can cast suggestion on them, like I did with
Oh,
the dragon early on
that's a
in our
great
travel.
idea.
Oh.
Yes, that's perfect, Blossom. If we cast suggestion, we can make them walk down the road as far as they can, and then I can remove the curse without possibly without even having to fight them.
Knock them out.
Maybe the suggestion should be, go and talk with those folks over there or something like that.
Why
you
don't
know?
I just use my echo to lead them away?
I
'Cause they
mean, there's
might-
also a
might
chance they'll see
go-
it and go inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I meant I can use my echo because I can control it as long as I put my sight and hearing into it from 1,000 feet away, so I could have it rustle the leaves in a direction.
Yeah. There's just the off chance that one of them would investigate and the other one would stay back and or go inside to
That's true.
let someone know there's something going on. I think
Yeah.
the suggestion's our best bet.
Yeah.
I can only cast it on one of them.
That's why I think if we have one leads away, then we have someone set up to do that.
You could make a suggestion where he says he needs to go to the little were-rats room, and he goes off into the woods over here by us. That way I can remove the curse.
Where?
It's worth a try.
And if worst comes to worst, we punch him in the
Beat
face.
Another suggestion is maybe you suggest to one of them that he tells his buddy, "Hey, let's go over there and
What's the
investigate."
range of
because I saw something."
suggestion?
It's 30 feet, and they have to be within hearing distance of me.
So you'd have to be shouting.
Yeah, I can't do it telepathically, is the thing.
Okay, hear me out. Mind link with one of them, and
I don't think Blossom can do that.
it was just in general, and convince them that there's something in the bushes. Just charisma them.
Rhythm. Sorry.
You think I can't riz them with this? And I motion to the fedora
Hold on.
that I'm still wearing.
Elu takes 3 points of damage.
Yeah.
Awful.
I'm
As you
just looking at my
guys-
stack of
I got wait.
dissent.
I also got another idea. Oh man, I wonder how charismatic these guys are. Guys, I have banishment now.
Oh!
So I can banish one of them, and we can suggest to the other to come over.
Yeah, do it. As someone who loves the banishment spell when playing Addy, yes.
Ooh, it's crazy, but it just might work.
Yeah, do it.
Well, as you guys hunker down and plan, this seems like a good place to leave it off.
Oh, really quick. Could I have moved people like not where they could smell us easy? Wind.
Yeah, you could have like tucked the managed like ushered everyone over to where like some bushes are.
Cool.
Also, something else I didn't consider, guys, that we can do is I can probably an Ilif. I can turn Ilif invisible. They just sneak up behind these guys, so that it stops them from. Actually, wait. There's also the screaming thing. That's right. I forgot about that.
We're also gonna save any more planning for next session.
Gotcha. Oh, this is gonna be juicy.
Well, yeah, had some interesting conversations this session.
Very interesting.
I'm gonna
Very
go ahead and
Ilif's just
stop.
over here going doo 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 doo. I have no problems.
So
Ilif is well aware of their problems.
Hey,
kind of.
you have one problem.
I have two. I have three. I have my.
You have 5
what if
problems.
I have?
You got
Yeah, I
29
have
problems.
And
Yeah,
Blossom
I
is
have
20
99
of them.
problems, but yeah. No, I have my own problems with the Echo Funny business that happened back in the Feywild a bit. The fact that my what if potential lover best friend is alive and working for the enemy, one of my new like good best friends has asked me to kill her if Mab takes control. And Ilif's just here like I just came back from 6 months alone and now I'm here. What the fuck's happening?
What did I do to deserve this?
Punch someone.
Funny how that works.
No, legitimately, they were in the woods because of reasons. They weren't just sent out to do a job. They were technically out there on punishment.
You have.
Disciplinary action.
For everyone's sake, please get out of our hair.
Yeah, for the sake of the politics of the city, go away.
Just
Blossom is still in
okay.
spring mode, just for everyone's knowledge.
Good to know.
interesting.
But I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.